Alrighty. Oh, we got a fun one. So I got this monster stereo in this thing. I've done some charging upgrades. Oh, great. Now I need to do some repairs. I can get my hood open. Let's see about this. Yes, I know this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. It's sort of why I'm here. Working on it. But down here on... Oh, Lord. Down here on the alternator side. We can do this without dropping the camera. It's kind of burnt up, if you can see it. You got a little crispy. I'm not sure how that happened. I know this cable is really, it's very bendy, so I don't think this is good copper or something. Something's up with this wire, so I'm getting rid of this guy. She coming out. I have my standard stuff. So, welding cable, good stuff. It's not zero, but it's heavy. I mean, this wire weighs more than a foot of that stuff. A foot of this weighs more than that. Well, let's get the old green wire off of here. This had a weird arrangement from the factory where the alternator wire went through. It went alternator, starter, then battery. Now I just have one for the alternator, one for the starter. I feel like that makes more sense. So now we're isolated. This is no longer energized. Neither is the starter. Not a huge problem. Slowly being surrounded by random cats. You doing, my cat? Meow. Hi, lady. Look, we got my cat. How are you and the little babies doing, huh? Are they big enough to come down here? I have the guts for when you're in the really tiny places. This is the inside of a blown up junk ass Stanley ratchet, because Stanley tools are junk. So it locks onto the socket still. And it's got, you know, the knurl, the teeth. I can actually finger loosen stuff decently and not lose all my parts. If I didn't roast the terminal, the nut doesn't look like it got too hot. That cable lit up. It is melted. It is melted to the plastic on the alternator. Here's one little neat thing. So a lot of this, I need to fix some of this up and zip tie some of this up, but there's a factory zip tie right here. Look at this. It has a tab. You can actually pull that out. It's a little weird. because it's at a weird angle, but I can do it two-handed. And I can show you it's off. See? Factory zip tie that's reusable. Get out. How crazy. Oh my goodness. See, this end looks all right. I mean, yeah, it's dirty. But, I mean, look at this. What hath occurred? You see these were glued on to the wire. But what happened here? What the fuck? I don't know what happened. This is really bad though. I feel like if I open this, we're going to see something similar going on in there. Because that looks like a 4-gauge ring. This is a 0-gauge wire. That's toast. Completely done. We will be replacing that with the welding cable. Beautiful welding cable. I do not know why it's glittery. It appears to have a bunch of shit on it. I have not had any issues with this wire before. I've used it for the solar setups, stereos. It's pretty good price by the foot. You can get it on Amazon. Just buy a bunch of shit on Amazon all the time. Look at that. Wire about this one. Give it a little extra in case we need it. Oh my god. I need new cutters. I need the big ones. These are handy. Sometimes you gotta bite both sides with the thing now. There we go. There. Junk wire. Do we need different ring ends? New one. The new ring terminals. I do want to do the heat shrink, but I don't think I brought a lighter. So I'll have to go grab a lighter or something. That will reach. That's nice and fat. My terminal still looks pretty good. This is also kind of, a bit of video footage for me as well. Make sure I'm doing things right here. Terminal looked pretty good. But it had the plastic around here. It melted to that stuff. Because it looked like it just like where the wire was crimped in was a bad connection. Not where it was on the alternator. Interesting. I didn't even know there was an actual issue. I was just under here checking my oil and shit, like I normally do. Once or twice a week or so. Or more if we're having issues. I do know that the battery terminal is not bueno. I'm going to try to do something about that today. I think I have some better ones in the house. Let me make sure these will fit. Yes, they do. Beautiful. Only is 4. I wish there was a split, but we'll get her done. It'll happen. Sort of an art getting this spacing right. Because like you don't want to trim off too much of the insulation and have a bunch of exposed wire, but then that's also what the heat shrink is for. Which I'm going to slide. Oh, that's Goopy tiny. If I can do this, here we go. I'm gonna put 2 on it because ideally you would put this on, you know, before you strip the wire, but I put it on after, but on the other side. So that one's ready to roll. Alright. Try to get that nice and tight. And there are many different ways you can crimp a ring end, I would say. Special tools, things like that. Sometimes just clamp pliers and a hammer will get you done. That's all you got. Better. Yeah, these are the better ones. I'm probably gonna actually have to get a crimp tool to use these ones. Did not realize these ones are not very thick. These ones are a bit thicker. A little more heavy duty. That one did not instill confidence. A little more? No, that's pretty much right. Ugh. Get in there. There's one more good one. Now you got to get it off. Sometimes that takes another pair of pliers. There we go. That shit was on there. Alright. You know what? I should have grabbed the lighter when I went up there. That was dumb. Oh no, look, the heat shrink tubing is so tiny. It doesn't want to fit. There we go. Shove that motherfucker on there. I'm gonna go grab a lighter. Yeah, I cheated. I grabbed my coffee. Oh shit, that's good. All right. She looking good. She looking real good. Beautiful. Look at that shit. All right. Now we do the other side. These ones actually have a bigger opening, but I don't think that one will fit on the alternator side. It does. Okay. Alright, so if that one's too hard to put on, I don't know why they have different hole sizes. Okay. If that one's harder to put on, I'll put this one. That'll work. I don't recommend the razor blade method here, but I've been doing it for a long time. And I've only fucked my thumb up a couple times, so be careful. Clamps again. Woohoo, about dropped it. And once you're about on your second clamp, it won't fall off. You really do about 3 to 4. Squeeze. I'll take one more for good luck. Ooh. She's on there. She ain't going nowhere. Now I gotta try to get this on there again. Super tight. Yeah. You kind of need to buy a new crimp tool. I lost the one I used to have, but I haven't done big stereo stuff in quite some time. This thing is hungry. The wind. Come on with the wind. Work with me, damn it. Yeah, that looked pretty good. We're all patch wired up. Look at that thing. It's beautiful. Wonderful. Magnificent. Come on with the wind. Work with me, damn it. Yeah, that looked pretty good. We're all patch wired up. Look at that thing. It's beautiful. Wonderful. Magnificent. So I'm going to do alternate side first. It goes up this way and then that way. I'm trying to run this sort of the same way I had some of this other stuff going. And yes, I am going to use the small ring inside on the alternator, because I want to make sure I have plenty of copper contact. Even though the ring terminal is much tighter, I would prefer this. it in there real good. Knocking my dipstick out of the tube. Dick stick. It's kind of an awkward spot here, but at least it's actually accessible. You get one click, it's a click. This is a bit sketch-tacular. Not a fan. Not a fan of my own battery terminal. I have a plan for a distribution center, but I got these little buses, the bus bars, positive and negative bus bar I need to put in here, but I got to find like a place for them, and there's no real surface, you know. It's kind of just no man's land over here. Yes, I know this is awful, terrible. I've done shit-tacular work, but I'm under here like, you know, every couple of days, and this is all kind of waggling around because the air box used to be here when I put the stereo in. Otherwise, this wouldn't even be that long. It would just go that way. But I'm probably going to have, you know, the distribution block somewhere over here. I would almost prefer to have just like a little piece of plastic here, something there that I can put them on. Yeah, I know this is. I don't even know what happened to the the clamp for the battery, but it actually slides in the tray and locks from the side, so it's locked in place. But yeah, I'm trying to get some sort of little tray down there. This is where the air box sat. It was massive. It took up a lot of room, but it was actually broken. I went to pull that out. It has like a, where the air is supposed to come in through the bottom of the air box, there was a flapper that was vacuum controlled, and it was broken. It wouldn't open at all. Actually, after I swapped out the intake with this business, it's much faster. Starts a little better. Look at this fucking crap. It's fucking painted. Why is it painted? Why is that spot painted? I'm gonna hit this with the razor blade first. You get the drift. We're doing it. Most of that's cleaned. Good enough. Oh, that's much better. Oh shit, I forgot my main. Wah wah. Let's stick that one on this side. Forgot the rear main. This one needs to be way fucking shorter. So yeah, blah blah blah. Moral of the story: check your cables, even if you're just checking your oil, because that motherfucker would have burned my shit to the ground. Let's go take a closer inspection at the fail, because this was pre-made. This was like a pre-made cable. So there's no way that that wire was in that ring end. What does this say? This is a sky high twisted 1/0 gauge. I don't know. Weird. All right, well, I'm gonna clean all this shit up. Much better. Right, guys, much better. Oh yeah, look, we can do the factory zip tie. Like new. A little bit extra. Ta-da! Yeah. You get the idea. Alright, guys.